We saw the continuation of a very important move yesterday with this big pump up, and today we have continued to show some really good signs, because yesterday when we got that pump, you would have known if you were watching my previous YouTube video. Shout out to those of you that are already engaging with this content, staying subscribed, hitting up the like button and all that good stuff. You're going to know that I was talking about this pullback and how this is actually a really good thing. And ideally I wanted to see this pullback come even lower down to this range here between 17.2, kind of 17.1, whatever, up to 17.4. We didn't quite get down that low. We only kind of fell down to my line here, which is good enough. I'm okay with that. Would have liked to see a deeper pullback, but right now we are challenging that high again, and it's a very interesting high. See, this is the high that Bitcoin set just yesterday. We've basically formed a double top today, and the question is, are we going to be able to pump above this? And if we do, how high can we go? And if not, how low will we end up dropping? And that's exactly what we're going to be covering very quickly in today's video right here. Now, the first thing that I want to highlight to you guys is that we are looking at a situation where we've pretty much topped out at this previous high that we set when Bitcoin saw its really big crash down, and it was very quick subsequent recovery back up. We ended up topping out right here at $18,000, $18,100. That's pretty much exactly where we're finding resistance right now. And in fact, this is also a little bit more obvious on Ethereum. If we take a look at Ethereum really quickly and we look at where Ethereum topped out, it's at exactly the same level that Ethereum got its bounce at when this big crash happened earlier in November. So Ethereum has been struggling a little bit more against the dollar compared to Bitcoin today, but still performing pretty well overall. I do want to focus your attention back on Bitcoin though, because this is obviously the star of the show. And the key thing that I wanted to highlight to you guys is that, see, we've just come out of an area of pretty low volatility, right? I mean, for a decent chunk of time now, we were ranging within basically a 3.2% price range for about 13, 14 days here. Very long time to pretty much just be sideways, right? Most of our trading only happening within, more like a 2% trading range right here. I think that generally, it's not really something I think, but generally, when the markets are in an area of very low volatility, and then we snap and we change into an area of high volatility where, comparatively now from, basically a day and a half time frame, we've managed to move up by basically double of what our previous range even consisted of. We're up by 6.6%. This now means that the market has entered an area of higher volatility. So generally, when we go from areas of low volatility into areas of high volatility, we generally kind of keep that price action moving for a little bit of time. I can give you a really good example of this where, if we just take a look at what happened back here, the market was, sideways for an abysmally long amount of time. I mean, most of the price action, happened within a range that stretched about 5-6%, if you want to be generous, all the way up to 10%. And it lasted about, 36 days here, according to this. Very long time frame indeed here, where the market was pretty much just ranging sideways, and then bam, as soon as we got that volatility, we got a really big move to the upside and a really big move to the downside. We had a pretty nice extended period of volatility. I'm not saying that the price action was nice, but the fact that we had volatility in and of itself was a good thing, and that lasted for 15 days. So, we could be entering one of these little situations right now where the volatility sticks with us for a little bit, and given that we have chosen the upside direction, I think that that's also a pretty good sign. The other thing that I really like seeing is, obviously, I don't like to see the market go up in a straight line, but that's not what we've done here. We've actually managed to get a pullback. We're potentially finding some resistance here before we manage to continue traveling on to the upside right here, just actually breaking out as I speak right now, which is absolutely phenomenal. So if we are able to, with this recovery, continue this uptrend up now with this pullback, continue this uptrend a little bit higher, well, we could be looking at some very interesting and exciting price levels. And the first key level that I wanted to outline to you guys is going to be the very same level that I've been talking about on this channel for a little bit of time now, being $18,500, $18,600. Now, this is the floor that the market had for quite a considerable period of time. Take a look at this. We really weren't falling below this green line very much at all, other than on this very quick flash crash here, and we did recover right back up and immediately started using this line as support quite consistently. Again, a couple fake outs here and there, but really nothing too significant in terms of resistance. In terms of failing the support. So I do think that this is going to be an important area for the market, and it is definitely an area that I'm going to be watching to see if the market is able to capture a little bit of resistance there. If we do capture resistance there, well, then I would be looking at a pullback, and the key levels for a pullback would again be this very same 17.6k level, because this is the bottom that the market identified back in June of this year. But also kind of more Importantly, I would say, I'm just going to move this box. Actually, I think that this box, stretching somewhere a little bit like this would be a very nice area of support for Bitcoin, right? So if we are able to come back down, this would be a beautiful area to pull back into to potentially then continue our trend higher. And it would also be in line with our trend of setting higher lows within the market. And of course, with that setting in general higher highs as well. So this is something that I'd very much be keen on seeing. I don't know if we're going to get it. It honestly might be a little bit too good to be true, but I am still going to be keeping my eyes peeled for it anyway. And if we take a look at our Ichimoku cloud to see what this would be showing us as well, on the 4-hour time frame, we've got beautiful support here continuing to develop to the upside, actually lining up very, very nicely with my box. So this is an area that I really want to see the market fall down to. I don't want to see an extremely strong uptrend right now. The stronger and steeper this uptrend is, the more likely to me it is that we're going to fail and come right back down. If we can form a nice controlled rally to the upside, that means we're probably going to keep our rally. And so that's what I'm going to be looking out for, to see if I can continue to take on more bullish positions in this market. Switching on to the EMA ribbon to see where the momentum is in this market. We have got support here. It's a lot lower than where we are right now. So again, pullback certainly looking like it could be on the cards. I don't think that there's any reason that we should find resistance right now. So I think that pullback could come after a little bit of time. And that is because this resistance is going to be a little bit higher than where we are right now. And let's just stay on the topic of resistance, because here's the thing, is that I do think that this resistance starts at 18.6, but it's a big range. I mean, you could definitely, in all fairness, say that this resistance rises all the way up to $19.6 thousand right here, 19,600, and I think that that would be a totally fair assessment to make in this market, right? This whole range stretching between these two red lines, potentially going to be very, very problematic for Bitcoin. It's exactly what I was covering for you guys on yesterday's live stream. And again, if we look at that Ichimoku cloud on the daily time frame, that's exactly where we've got so much resistance lining up for the market as well. So I really want to make sure that we're keeping our eyes peeled for this, and that we're actually paying attention to these very, very important signs that are taking place in the market right now, because I do think that we're in a situation where we could be looking to capture a lot of heavy resistance with a lot of things coming together, literally with clouds overhead, ladies and gents, that could turn out to cause some problems for Bitcoin. So please keep an eye on that if we do continue to rise up. I feel like people might start getting swept a little bit with the excitement in the market. So we are starting to see the fear and greed index peak up a little bit now. We're still in fear. We're still very, very low. This is absolutely great. But the more we move up, and especially with today's price action, if we do close a fair bit higher than where we are right now, I think that we are going to start to see a little bit of excitement creep back in. And I just want to be here to remind you guys that there is a lot of resistance up ahead. Yes, I do think that we can do fairly well. I'm actually quite optimistic, but we need to make sure that we're still getting these healthy retracements, giving the bears a chance to exit, right? I mean, the more the supply in the market that wants to leave is actually flushed out, the better it's going to be, because then you only have buyers left in the market, right? So that's what we want to be seeing. And obviously these all paint some really, really nice trading opportunities for us. You guys already know the deal. I'm going to be trading this on Bybit as my primary exchange. I've been talking about them with you guys for years, and have been using them for years as well. I was actually using Bybit myself just because I wanted to, before I even started to work with them. And I think that does really say a lot about how much I love these guys and how well they've actually served me over the years. They're offering you $30,000 in deposit bonuses if you sign up using my link down below. Prime XBT allowing you to trade all of these markets as well with Bitcoin only, S&P 500, gold, silver, oil, Forex markets even as well. They're also offering you $7,000 in sign-up bonuses when you use my link down below. That is $37K, and bam, let's throw BitGet on top of that as well. You're getting a further $8,000. So check this out. BitGet doesn't even require a VPN for you to access it from anywhere in the world, and you don't even need to do any KYC as well. Same for Prime XBT, to just trade and use it, no KYC. In fact, at the moment, it's same for Bybit too, but that will change. So go ahead and check all of these exchanges out. Prime XBT being the star of the show just for now, I think, because of the fact that you can trade all of these other markets, which is so impressive. They're all linked down below, and you're getting heavy bonuses for using my links down below. So definitely check them out if that's something that you think you'd be interested in. Moving back to the market though, like I said, heavy resistance up ahead, definitely something that I want to be cautious of. I do think that we're looking very good right now. I don't see any reason that Bitcoin should struggle before we get to that area. We are struggling a little bit, but I think that's normal. When we zoom out and we take a look at this, perhaps even just on the daily time frame, we're really not in that bad of a position whatsoever. And for that reason, I think that the market is in a pretty strong position. Again, just looking at this on the daily time frame, we're moving up nicely. We don't have to get these crazy big, lightsaber candles like what we had right here, we can form more sensible price action, and it can still be absolutely strongly bullish for the market. So that is something that I'm very much keen on seeing how it may play out. So I'm going to be watching this very closely. I'm going to be giving you guys updates on what I'm seeing right here on this YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed, locked to this YouTube channel, engaging with the content, hitting up the like button, ticking that bell to make sure that you don't miss out on any of this content. And if you want to get even more content from myself, you can join my free 4Slice Gold Telegram channel with that link in the description down below. That's going to take you into my Telegram channel where I'm giving you more analysis for myself and my team around the clock, completely free of charge. So go ahead and check it out. Hope you've enjoyed this one. You know what to do, and I'm out. Cheers.